Hello, today I want to talk about something important, Bitcoin. Why? Because owning Bitcoin right now could be one of the smartest moves you make, especially if you're young, just starting your career, or looking for some sort of financial safety net. If you are in college, searching for a job, or trying to become financially independent, you have probably noticed the odds are stacked against you. Real estate prices have skyrocketed in any city that have a lot of jobs. Mortgages are high, interest rates are high, your everyday expenses are also going up. Unless you land a very high paying job in a top tier company, saving money is becoming really harder than ever. Many of you may not know, there was a time not long back when you could buy a modest home or a rental property fairly easily. Let's say in a place like Miami or New York or even smaller cities, now it might take well over $500,000 to buy a home. Even a small apartment might cost you more than $250,000-$300,000 if you are lucky. So what can you do? This is where Bitcoin comes into the picture. Bitcoin offers you a different kind of opportunity, a chance to store value and grow your wealth over a period of time. The new tax policy guarantees that a lot of money has to be printed, devaluing the dollar, which means everything is going to become expensive for you. And Bitcoin is one of those few resources that is finite. At this point of time, I have to say I am not a crypto nerd. I do not like anything other than Bitcoin. No Ethereum, no Solana, no XRP, or you name it. None of them have any real value. And just like the dot-com era when the pets.com and a lot of websites went out of business, I promise in 10 years, most of these cryptocurrencies will be out of action. Reason is the biggest advantage they keep saying is writing digital contracts. I really doubt if these youngsters have the capability and the domain knowledge that a Goldman Sachs or a Morgan Stanley or any of them have, and their costs, by the way, are going down with the more and more AI adoption. But Bitcoin being finite, it can be an alternative to gold. And now what you're seeing is every big company is actually trying to add a little bit of Bitcoin into their portfolio. It could be the BlackRocks or any company. Once upon a time, MicroStrategy was considered the pioneer for doing this, but a lot of companies now getting into that business, which means you have a solid support. And I will show you some price projections. This is a weekly chart of Bitcoin, and I'm going to do some price projections that will blow you out. So here you have 1.6, 2. So right now the next price projection is $122,000. Bitcoin was as low as $3,000, and then it went almost 60,000, had a crash. It is stabilizing nicely and getting ready for a push towards $122,000. And I sincerely expect that we are going to have a price that's higher than 122,000 this year itself. And the next price projection is $189,000. That's almost double. And there are price projections from Kathy Wood, they are ridiculous, which is like several $1 million. It could happen, but right now, I think within the next 5 years, I expect the price of Bitcoin to be close to or even above $500,000. So yes, the big price move has happened, but still we are in a very early stage. And I think if you can hold on, so what you should do is try to buy as small quantity as possible. And if you go to a company called Tasty Trade, this company, if you buy Bitcoin through them, it's completely free. So if you are someone who is buying and holding, and you don't have to pay any fees to buy it, so even $100, $50, $1,000, you could add without any fear. Notice while talking about Bitcoin, I was showing TTM squeeze, fib extensions, and talking about other technical parameters to say where the price is likely to head next. That is my next suggestion. You need to have a little more knowledge on stock market, especially options, where if you know what you're doing, you could make a good passive income if you know what you're doing. For that, you need to learn. Reading Yahoo Finance or CNBC is not going to make you a knowledgeable trader. You need to know what you're talking about. And for that, I have a lot of strategies in my experience that I've added, and every single thing I put as a web training, and it's about 6 modules, and each one explains, for example, something like monkey bars. What is a buying tail? A buying tail is when you have a footprint left by traders who think higher prices are ahead. You can predict the prices. You need to know how to, or what type of strategies to use in a flat market, in a good market, in a trending market, etc. All those things, my experience is combined and put it into a training module. The price is really cheap for less than $100. I promise, if you are a youngster, you need few things. One is as much of Bitcoin as possible, a good knowledge and understanding of options and stock market trading, technical analysis and strategies, etc. The more you know about stocks and options, the better. And in your academic perspective, whatever you're doing, wherever you're doing, you need to learn generative AI in some form or other. I'm going to talk about generative AI in another video, but this is my sincere request. Government is not going to come for your help. In fact, now the governments everywhere are favoring the rich and someone that you are not. So don't make your life more difficult. Try to beat inflation by getting as much into Bitcoin and learn to trade. Thank you.